Job market is really challenging today. And how can we increase our opportunity to land a job? I think economy is like a river. Sometimes you think that moving really fast in the river, but you cannot just only credit your hard work, your competency. Look at how smart I am. I'm really rafting really fast. But the thing is, river is doing 80% of the job. You can't take too much credit for every achievement that you have. So at some point, the market was really good. People like their ego is boosted, their confidence is boosted. So because river is on your side or direction that you want to go. But we're talking about the highest interest rate since 2008. We're talking about recession. We're talking about geopolitical challenges. We're talking about election. We're talking about supply chain situations. We're talking about inflations. There's lots of things that are impacting the market today. Now, in this kind of situation, honestly, I feel like we're trying to rafting upstream. So now, in that time before, when the river is carrying you, you were taking too much credit. Probably most people, like from the human psychology perspective, we're taking too much credit. Now, when we are rafting against the stream, lots of people, it's going to hurt their ego. So because it's difficult. So it's not always about you. It's about the market condition, economy in general. Sometimes you have to move with the flow. Sometimes you have to move against the flow. When you move against the flow, it is normal to have really, really difficult time. So one thing I see from many of our students that are in the market looking for a job, they tried really hard. They applied for lots of jobs. They failed few interviews and they lost hope. In their mind and in their hearts, they're not going to get hired, but they're still applying for the job. So I always think that the marketplace or business is like a battlefield because there's always competition. But show me one soldier who was getting into battlefield with the mindset of, you know what, I'm going to die anyway. If you already lost in your heart, in your mind, there's no way you can come back with victory from that battlefield. Battle is win first in your heart and your mind before the battle itself. So before even getting into interview, before even applying for any other jobs, just because you got rejected 10, 15 times from other interviews, now the new interviews, you're carrying the mental baggage of rejection, demoralization, demotivation from all the rejection you got from the previous interviews, going to the new interviews anyway, I'm not getting job. Market is bad. Economy is like this. Coming up with all the reason why you're going to fail. There's no point to even bother. If you already believe you're not going to win, you're going to lose. So I've genuinely seen a group of people in challenging time and they just give up in their heart and their mind and there's no way you can win the game. There is no way you can get hired. So first of all, I think it's more than your technicality. You have to fix your mindset. It means that you have to know. Let's say you went to 9 interviews and all the 9 interviews, you got rejections. Just keep zeros in your pocket. When you get rejection, it means you fail. It means you get nothing. Sometimes we can kind of describe nothing with zero. So when you get a rejection, take a zero, put it in your pocket. The second rejection, put it in your pocket. The third rejection, put it in your pocket. Let's say you just have to get one of that to get an offer. So all the suffering that you have, all the struggles that you have, all the rejection you get doesn't matter when you get one job offer. You put one in front of 6, 7 zeros, it's going to be a million. So that's how it works. In a real battlefield, you're gone. But a job, if you get rejected, it's absolutely fine. Normalize it. Go to the next job. Apply for the next job. After you worked on a technicality and interpersonal skills, you did the bare minimum, then everything else becomes numbers game. So when you get rejection, click a reset button. Just believe that you're going to get it to the next one. If this not next one, is next one. So you have to play in that way. So high likely one of them will work out for you. Now, the second thing I want to suggest is I used to have this app called Waze. This navigation app. And later on, it was acquired by Google, but Waze app was really cool. And Waze app had one simple logic. So if everyone is driving in this road, it's going to take you to alternative roads because if everyone is in 66, 29 probably is going to be open. So literally, Waze was trying to understand which roads are empty or less people are driving in those roads. So we'll guide you through that so you can skip the traffic, get to your destination faster, cheaper. So one of the things that I can tell is we can literally use the Waze strategy in this case. Before pandemic, remote job was a big luxury. During the pandemic, 100% people became remote. And then companies like remote is excellent. Now, after a few years, companies are realizing if you do like really routine tasks, it's fine. But if you want to innovate, if you want to generate revenue, come up with a new product, still face-to-face communication is important. It sparks inspiration, innovation. People need to work together. There are things that you can create over Zoom. So companies, they want to bring people back to office. The second thing is moonlighting during the pandemic because everything is remote. Now there are people, especially tech people, they're setting up multiple workstations in one office in their home basement. They have 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs. And sometimes they unmute the wrong Zoom and talk about the wrong project. What the hell is going on? Those kind of scandals. People did work 2, 3 jobs during the pandemics. Is that illegal? No, it's not. I don't think it's illegal. But at the same time, it could impact the performance on all 3 jobs. When you have focused relationship with one company, most likely you're going to produce more as an employee. But when you have 3 companies that you're working at the same time, most likely you're going to do average on all 3 of them just to keep your job. You're the one winning, company's the one losing. So companies want to bring people back, but people still, lots of people, because they got used to it now, it's hard to convince individuals to work from office. So now companies are forcing them to come to office. If they're not, they're laying them up. When they're hiring new employees, either they're looking for in-person or hybrid jobs. You come to office 2 or 3 days a week. So in this case, just like a Waze strategy, like human psychology, who wants to drive and commute every single day? Most people want to work from home. So when everybody wants to work from home, now in this challenging time, having a job is good job. The job that you can get is the best job. So get a job first. If everyone wants to remote jobs are going to have way more competition, way more applications. In that case, less people want to go to office. You might want to identify those opportunities in your area or the places that you want to move and say, you know what? Actually, you can kind of genuinely make people believe. When I sit at home, I get a little bit depressed. That affects my psychology because I cannot sit at home. I need to meet people. So I love to work from office. Sometimes how I communicate with people. I can be more innovative. I love to come to office. Genuinely, if you want to kind of accept going to office is a normal thing, just like before, I think highly likely you will have an opportunity because most people are applying for remote jobs. So that is like a Waze strategy that I want to suggest. The third challenge in this time is lots of people are using AI to write resume. And now the companies are using AIs to sort resumes. It was like AI against AI. Where the hell are the candidates? So you're maybe applying for the jobs, companies that don't even know you exist because AI is just like eliminating your resume. So I think that's becoming a challenge. Your resume agent is fighting with the company's resume elimination agents. So one of the things I want to suggest is, I'm not in the job market. If I were in the job market, I would sit down and figure out the situation. But if I know AI agents are scanning my resume, so what would I do is I want to write long resume, let's say 5-10 pages as a basic document, and to highlight all of your experience, competencies, tools, projects you work on, right? Your communication, your soft skills, your technical skills, everything end to end. So because sometimes your resume is going to be 2 pages maximum. If you write 5-page resume, it's just too long. But the thing is, if you write 10-page resume, dump every single competency, every single experience, everything you know, everything what makes who you are as a professional in a 10-page document end to end. Now what you can do now. So you can go to specific job, a technical job, for example, software test automation engineer, whatever. So you just copy the job description and you write a prompt. Say, this is the base document that I provided. Do not write anything else outside of this document because ChatGPT or Cloud or this AI tools can come up with hallucinations, say you're Superman if you're not. So just say, you need to stay inside this 10-page resume document. This is who am I? These are the things that I can do. However, I want you to analyze this job description and genuinely pick my competency from this 10-page document and match my competency with this job description, specifically tailor my resume based on this 10-page document that I provided to this specific job positions. To 2-page. Now you can prompt back and forth every job applications that if you do that, over time, you're going to get better on prompting as well. And then you're going to kind of do like a trial and failure. So you will see which one is working, which one is not. But most likely, because based on your real experience from that 10-page document, you're tailoring your resumes and competency based on the job description, you might able to get, let's say, 90% match when they scan your resume. And then if you pass that filter, 90% match, 95% match, sometimes 100% match. Most likely, your resume will pass the filter and at least the recruiters will have a chance to look at your resume. So you will have to repeat this process for every single job that you apply. So one of the mistakes people make is they make a general resume and send it to everyone. Some companies are looking for Selenium. Some companies are looking for Java. Some companies are looking for C#. Now, if you just have a general thing sell it to everyone, tech industry is a highly concentrated, specialized, focused job market. You cannot have a general things. That's why when you go to DICE, you don't see, oh, we hire computer science degree. They're hiring a specific group of people, back-end developer, front-end developer, or .NET developer, or test automation engineer. So it's all specific focus. Therefore, you can't write a general resume to apply for all the jobs. So you need to use AI to kind of match the job description, to match your resume to the job description. This is another suggestion that I want to have. The third suggestion can be a little bit unconventional, but it could be useful. I would try if I was in the market because I have this personality. I always believe if I do something that will increase my ability to succeed for 1%, I was like, hey, listen, if I don't have alternatives, I would do that 1% because 1 is still greater than 0. So that's why I would give a shot for unconventional methods as well. One of the biggest problem in AI-driven job market is if you think candidates don't use AI to cheat in the real interview, bullshit. I saw that social media videos like called a final round. There's a people made application. They're selling subscription. It's an app that is openly selling. Now, in the Zoom interview, I see the video. The interviewer is asking questions. The final round app is listening to that and coming up with the answer, giving to the guy. Guy is looking at the bullet points or hint from the final round and answering the questions to the interviewer. Now, this guy is all of a sudden have an AI assistant during the interview, and that person probably will be kind of perceived way more competent than who he actually is. So if you think that candidates not using AI, it's very kind of dumb. But at the same time, if you think that hiring managers, there's technical people, let's say tech leads who are conducting interviews, if you think they don't know, it's also pretty dumb. Everybody knows people are using AI. So when everybody is using AI to try to pass interviews, try to kind of close their technical gap, it's very hard for companies to identify who are the real talent. In that case, I would give a shot. I would literally go in front of camera, record myself, tell me about yourself. Hey, my name is Kuzat. I started this industry and this and this and this way. Genuinely talking to camera without maybe a room that they can kind of genuinely tell that I'm not reading a script. I am not reading an AI to showcase my competency, my soft skills, my experience. Come up with like a 1-2 minutes, tell me about yourself video. I want to come up with a video that I can describe my technical competency, my contribution to my existing projects, my existing companies, or my previous projects, my previous companies. So when you do that, in this crowded market, you're doing something unconventional. People get bored with the normal stuff. If they see everybody doing the same, at the same time, companies, when they keep looking at the resumes, at some point, you're going to be able to understand it's written by AI. For example, in my life, I've been in the United States for 16 years. I've never seen embark your journey. Never seen a word embark. But when I see like social media, let's embark this journey together. I know ChatGPT is writing it. In my life, I've never seen a human being tell me, Kuzat, let's embark this journey. So there's certain hints that you can look at the resumes or writings or answers. It is really written by AI. That is why I think in the future, there will be people working between AI and human. Oh, this is made by AI. How do we humanize it? But now we don't have that. So companies know that people are using AI after looking at your resume, looking at your answer. So what do you do is when everybody becomes artificial, I want you guys to be more organic. Record yourself talking about your projects, talking about yourself, make a few minutes videos, send it to recruiters, see how they react, because you're going to be probably the only person trying that out of thousands of people applying it. So you stand out. When you're being a different, you have a chance. When everybody's artificial, when you are organic, you had a chance. These are some of the things I would try, but I don't know it's going to work out or not. But at least I would say it's going to give you guys some idea. And good luck in this market. Good luck to everyone. The market sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's good. This time is slow, but I believe after election, the good days is coming. They're going to reduce interest rate. Market is going to start getting back to normal. So in this difficult time, you just have to hang on there. So good luck, everyone. I wish you all the best.